Hi, Capricorn. My name is Darlene Dotson, and this is your Destiny of Truth for April of 2021. On the 1st or the 2nd, depending where you're at, we've got Mercury in Pisces in the third house, sextiling Pluto in Capricorn in the first house. And you have been stripping away a lot of things that you are no longer accepting in your life. You're communicating in an emotional way about these things that just not going to happen in your life anymore. Then on the 3rd, we have got Mercury moving into Aries, into your 4th house of home, family, your secure home base. And you are going to be communicating with people in your home, in your family, aggressively about what you want. You have given everybody else, Capricorn, um, you know, a home. Okay, now there's things that you want and you're just going to have to go after it. Now on the 6th, we've got Venus in Aries in the 4th house, and that is sextiling Mars in Gemini in your 6th house. You've got options, Capricorn, when it comes to either your work or your health life. And it's more than one. And you are communicating this at home to make your family more secure. And you could even be doing it from home. Then on the 9th, we've got Mercury in Aries in the 4th house of home and family. It's about what you want on that front. And it's conjunct Chiron, okay, in Aries in the 4th. You are healing your home and your family life, the dynamic that has happened in the past. And you're communicating this with others. Then on the 9th, we have got Gemini, okay, a Gemini Mars in the 6th house of your health and of your work, and it is squaring Neptune in Pisces in the 3rd house. Now, Neptune in Pisces in the 3rd house, there's some kind of deception happening or illusion happening in your day-to-day affairs or with siblings or in your communications, okay? And it's happening at work. They're doing more than one thing at work, and they're lying about it, okay, is one of the things that could be happening. Or your creative projects, okay, if they have to do with the communication sector, you're putting your energy in to different ways of making this work to get over all the illusions, and you're taking it to a higher level. Then on the 10th, we have got Mercury in Aries in the 4th house, sextiling Saturn in Aquarius in the 2nd. Saturn restricts what it touches. And for you, it has been restricting your material wealth. It's been restricting the things that you value, due to unusual circumstances, due to what is different. And you're going to have to communicate with others on your home base and in your family to get over this, okay? Because you don't want to be restricted anymore. You want to move forward in your life. Then we have also on the 10th got Venus in Aries in the 4th house, sextiling Jupiter in Aquarius in the 2nd house. These unusual circumstances, okay, or doing something different, is going to expand, the things that you value if you do something that you love from home, okay? Because you've got Venus in Aries, it's got to come from your heart. It's got to come from the self, okay? What makes you feel secure. And if you do that, it's going to expand those issues. Then on the 11th, we have got Venus in Aries in the 4th house, squaring Pluto in Capricorn in the 1st. Again, you're getting rid of what no longer works for you, who you are. It's got to go. Okay? I mean, yes, you love your family. You want a secure home base. You want, things to be great with your family. But you've got to strip away issues, okay, within yourself, and do things that are right for yourself. Because I'm here to tell you, we've got that new moon in Aries on the 11th also. And that new moon is going to be square Pluto. Okay, so while you want a new beginning in home, family, things of that nature, you're going to have to strip away something that no longer works for you in order to have that new beginning on the home base, with your family. Then on the 13th, we've got the Sun in Aries in the 4th house, sextiling Mars in Gemini in the 6th house. Now, with Mars here, you've got different options in your work life, or you could be working on your health and your work, okay? And because of it, you're very invested in building a secure home base, okay? Because of it. I mean, you want your home, you want, the foundation that is built with your family, that you want, okay? You've done it other people's way, now you want to do this your way. And yes, you will be adaptable, but you've got to build it in a way that's strong for you. Now, we have got on the 14th Venus entering Taurus in the 5th house. And you're going to get more grounded, either in your grounded and secure in your dating life, or with your children, or with what makes you happy and joyful, or in your creative projects. You want to, bring stability there because you really do value, this. Now, on the 15th, you've got the Sun in Aries in the 4th house, sextiling Jupiter in Aquarius in the 2nd house. You want to bring in what's different and unusual into being, okay? You value this. I mean, it's your 2nd house. And it's, not everybody's cup of tea, but it's definitely your cup of tea. And, you're doing it from home and to make your foundation more secure, and that's okay. Then on the 16th through the 17th, we have got Mars in Gemini in the 6th house of your work and health. You could be going in the direction of both your work and health, or you've got 2 job offers, okay? And it's trining Jupiter in Aquarius. So Jupiter is expanding what's different. And these are things that you value, what's unusual. He's expanding it, and it's just something that you do naturally. And he's bringing it into being. Then on the 17th, we've got Mercury in Aries in the 4th house, and that is sextiling, Jupiter in Aquarius in the 2nd. Again, he's expanding what is different and unusual that you value. It's something that you value, and you're going to have to do some work to communicate this with your family, that this is for you. And, it's what makes you feel secure. They might not like it, and that's okay. They have their own path, but this is something that, makes you feel good. Then we also, on the 17th, have Mercury in Aries in the 4th house of home, family, and security, squaring off with Pluto in Capricorn in the 1st house. You're stripping away that dead wood. Again, your family is communicating that, and they're challenging you with something that you want, that you like, that makes you feel secure, and they're not happy with it. But you know what? That's okay. Just continue to be you and strip away the dead wood out of your life. If people love you, they're still going to be there no matter what. They're going to accept you for who you are. Then on the 17th or the 18th, we've got Mars in Gemini in the 6th house in conjunct Pluto in Capricorn in the 1st house. This is like a rock in the shoe, okay? But this rock is permanent. You can't get rid of it no matter what you do. And it's either, you can call it an inconjunct or a quincunx. Okay, and again, you're stripping away things that no longer work for you. Okay, and this, you're taking action now at work, or in your health, that just isn't working for you anymore. You're changing things. You're changing. And, you're going to do it, whether it's in your health or in your work life. You're going to change it because it's just dead wood you're hauling around and you don't need it anymore. Then on the 18th, we've got the Sun in Aries in the 4th house, conjunct Mercury in Aquarius in the 4th house. And what can I say? On this day, try not to talk with your family, okay? Because there's an argument brewing, and if you can keep from arguing with your family, or there could be an accident on the home front that happens. But just try to stay calm, because on the next day we have got Mercury entering Taurus in the 5th house. Now, when Mercury enters Taurus, things are going to calm down a little bit. That's why I said don't argue with your family. Just don't answer them that day. Because it's not worth it. You want what's stable and secure with your children or your creative life or your dating life. And wait until you can think about things instead of just rushing in and arguing with them. Then on the 19th, we also have the sun entering Taurus in the 5th house. So you're going to be shining your light a little bit more on your children, on the things that make you feel secure with your children or makes you feel secure in your dating life or makes you feel secure in your creative endeavors. It's just you're going to be shining your light on what brings you happiness and joy in your life. Then on the 23rd, we have Mars entering Cancer in the 7th house. Things are going to be slowing down a little for you. And frankly, Capricorn, you're going to like that because you don't like the energy of running around everywhere. Okay, you are more grounded and you like to get things done. And while it's your opposite house, your energy is going to be focused on partnerships this month, after the 23rd. Okay, and with it being Cancer, it's emotional partnerships. Now, on the 23rd or 24th, we've got Mercury conjunct Uranus in Taurus in the 5th house. And there's got to be changes in, communicating in creative projects or with your children or in your dating life in order for you to feel more secure and like you're, on a firm foundation, because this is something that you value and you've got to communicate with them in a way that shows how you value them. And they also have to do it with you. Then on the 24th or 25th, we've got Venus in Taurus in the 5th house, squaring Saturn and Aquarius in the 2nd house. Now, you have felt restricted in your finances, in your material wealth, and just things you value. And due to unusual circumstances. And you want to feel more secure, whether, because it's something that brings you joy. It's something that brings you happiness, and you want to feel more secure. And it could be your dating life or with your children or in a creative project, but you feel like Saturn has been holding you back from having the material wealth that you want there. Then on the 25th, we've got Mercury in Taurus in the 5th house, squaring Saturn in Aquarius in the 2nd. And again, you feeling restricted in something that you value that's different, or something that is different is restricting you from with your finances. And it's something that you value, that you love, that brings you joy and happiness, and you want to communicate this, but it's just Saturn's been restricting you in that area. But know that you're going to overcome it, because on that same day we've got Venus conjunct Mercury. Okay, and it's going to be harmony, whether it's with your children or in a creative project, or in your dating life. It is going to bring harmony in that area, even though, you feel restricted, um, by circumstances. Now, on the 26th, we've got a full moon in Scorpio in your 11th house, okay? And there's an ending happening in your hopes and your dreams and your wishes or your friendships, or the groups you belong to. Now, I don't see a full moon as a bad ending. I think it's that you become more consciously aware of what's happening, maybe with a dream or a goal that you have, or to go to the next level, or you become more consciously aware, with a friendship that you have, you know, you're going to become more consciously aware, even though it's ending, okay? It's still, there's an ending happening that's going to let you become more consciously aware. And I mean, the full moon is opposing that fifth house. So it is going to be either in a creative endeavor, even though it's a group, these energies feed off of each other. And you've got your dating life, your happiness, your joy, maybe it's some type of ending that's happening in a creative project so you can move it to the next level and you become more consciously aware of how that has to happen. There's various things, or it could be an ending happening with your children, with a child, that you've been dreaming of, okay? So that could be another thing. So on the 27th, we've got Pluto retrograding in Capricorn in your first house. And you're going to look at all these changes that you've been making, okay? And see what's working and what's not, and how you might have to change some things some more. But that's okay, because I think you're pretty happy, Capricorn, with the changes that you're making in your life. Then on the 29th, and I don't want you to get too upset with Pluto being retrograde. He does this every year about the same time. Pluto is Hades in mythology, and Hades, is going back into the underworld as his wife, Persephone, is coming up from the underworld to visit with her mother, Demeter. She's out among people right now. And Pluto retreats into the underworld when his wife isn't there. And when he's forward, he, is the same. And Persephone, it's the same thing. She is moving forward, as is Demeter. So, and Demeter, of course, in our chart is Ceres. So, just know that all of these things do work with each other. So don't worry about Pluto too much. Just know that it's giving you a chance to revamp and look at the changes that you've been making in your life and seeing how you need to look at it a little deeper to change it some more. And then just to revamp it. Then on the 29th, we have got Mercury and Taurus in the 5th house. You're communicating with your children, creative life, those that you're dating, about the things that make you happy. And it's probably a creative project with Neptune being involved, or you could be, because it's in the third house, or your day-to-day life. You're communicating on a higher plane. I mean, Neptune is ruled by Pisces, and you could be using your intuition in your day-to-day life to move it forward. Then on the 30th, we have got the Sun in Taurus in the fifth house. And this is, of course, conjunct Uranus in Taurus in the fifth house. And again, you're shining your light with your children, with your dating life, with your creative projects. And this brings you happiness, but you also know that there's changes that have to happen there to bring you to the next level and to help to bring your children to the next level, or your creative project, or your dating life, or maybe you've been dating somebody and now there's changes happening and you're going to take it to the next level to make you feel more secure in your life. So, Capricorn, that is your astrological forecast. And know that this month there are so many changes happening for you with Pluto in the first. I mean, you're looking at your home base, whether that's your family, what makes you feel secure. You're looking at your health and your job, and the things that bring you joy in your life, your children, your dating life, your creative projects, because you want more of that in your life. These are the things that you value, and you want to bring that to the forefront in your life this month. So that is your astrological forecast, Capricorn, and we are using the Work Your Light cards, okay? Now, let's see what they got to say for Capricorn for the month of April. Ooh, we got the crumbling. Okay. I'm a Capricorn ascendant, if y'all didn't know that. So I like the crumbling because you're getting rid of, again, things that don't work in your life. You're getting rid of everything that's inauthentic for you. Relationships, jobs, things happening in your health, social structures, anything that needs to go tumbling down is going to tumble down. And it's happening to bring you back to who you are, okay? Things that you've done in the past aren't going to work for you anymore. Some Capricorns, if they haven't moved in the right direction, in the higher octave of Neptune, in their day-to-day life, it's going to feel like the universe is against them. But if you've been doing the work, okay, you're going to feel like a whole new person and that you've been reborn. And I think it's funny because Pluto goes retrograde this month, and Persephone is, moving, forward. Persephone is retrograde in her direction because she's up here on earth with her mother Demeter. And, forward. And she was born of fire, okay? And you're going to feel like you're on fire if you've been reborn, and that you can accomplish all that you need to. Um, but one thing I'm going to tell you, stop trying to hold everything together. Surrender. Ask for help. Stop trying to control everything in your life, Capricorn, because you can't. You can't control nothing. And I learned that a long time ago. Other people have their agenda. The universe has their agenda. And you just have to go with the flow of it. And just, and what's falling down and crumbling, let it. It's not serving you anymore. So just let it go and, move forward. And, and that's okay. If something that you've done in the past with your health used to work but no longer working, then you're going to have to change that. Okay. And I know that firsthand because that's something I've had to do. And, I'm working out from home because I can't get to the gym and work out the way I used to. But the way things have been going in my health, I can't stay there. I got to move forward. I also know that things can't stay the same as they've been in my work life. I mean, this pandemic is, taking a hammer on me, and I need it to move forward so I can move forward. But, Saturn again is in my second house in Aquarius. Well, he's still actually in my first house because Aquarius doesn't happen till 27 degrees Jupiter. So, he's restricting me, not my second house, but he is restricting the things that I value. That I can tell you. So know this and let that crumble happen because it needs to happen so you can be reborn into what you want. Okay? So all I can say, Capricorn, is I love you, and I will see you next month. And, let go of what needs to be let go of and move forward because it's a beautiful world out there. All you got to do is just put your big toe out into that deep ocean and go exploring. Have a great one, and I will see you next month in May, Capricorn. Bye-bye.